हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू एडुटैप। आई एम तनुश्री। स्टूडेंट्स, नबार्ड ग्रेड ए की स्टूडेंट्स के अंदर पॉपुलैरिटी का एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन है इस एग्जाम के अंदर पूछे जाने वाला नॉन मेरिट सेक्शन। अब बहुत से लोग ऐसे हैं जिन्हें गवर्नमेंट जॉब तो चाहिए, लेकिन उनके लिए क्वांट, रीजनिंग, इंग्लिश ये सारे के सारे एक तरीके के नाइटमेयर्स है। क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड के बारे में सुनते ही उन्हें डर लगता है। उन्हें लगता है कि यार इतने सारे फॉर्मूलाज कैसे होंगे, हमने तो 10th के बाद मैथ्स को हाथ ही नहीं लगाया, तो हम मैथ्स कैसे कर पाएंगे। और यही एक रीजन है जिसकी वजह से नबार्ड ग्रेड ए आपके लिए एक ब्लेसिंग जैसे काम करेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पर क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड, रीजनिंग, इंग्लिश ये सब के सब नॉन मेरिट सेक्शन का पार्ट होते हैं। और इस बात से रिलेटेड आपके जितने भी क्वेश्चंस हैं कि ये नॉन मेरिट सेक्शन क्या होता है, इसमें क्या सिलेबस होता है, कैसे ये डिफरेंट है बाकी के बैंकिंग एग्जाम से, कैसे ये इजी है, कैसे ये एक ब्लेसिंग है, कैसे हम प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं डिस्पाइट हैविंग नो बैकग्राउंड इन मैथ्स, और हमने 10th के बाद मैथ्स कभी पढ़ी भी नहीं है, तो उसके बावजूद भी हम कैसे इस एरिया को प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं सो दैट वी आर एबल टू क्लियर दिस एग्जाम। इन सारे ही क्वेश्चंस को हम बहुत ही डिटेल मैनर में आज के इस वीडियो में देखने वाले हैं। बट बिफोर आई स्टार्ट दिस वीडियो, स्टूडेंट्स, इफ यू आर अ सीरियस एस्पिरेंट एंड इफ यू वांट टू प्रिपेयर फॉर रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज such as RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A and SEBI Grade A, then this is the best time to enroll in EduTap's paid courses, because after 4th of April you are going to see a price hike of up to 30%, and if you purchase these courses right now you are going to get a flat 77% off on our old fees, right? Now students, one more thing, that before you start watching this video, it is very important that you have a copy of previous year questions decoded syllabus with you, and for that purpose we have made this guidebook. It is absolutely free of cost. You can download it from the link that has been given to you in the description box and in the comment section below. On that note, let us begin. So the first question that come to a student's mind is that what is non-merit section and what all we have to prepare for this area. See students, in the NABARD grade examination phase 1, for the phase 1 there are going to be 200 questions and worth 200 marks. So the paper is going to be of 200 marks, but the cutoff for the phase 1, this will be calculated out of 100 marks. Yes, these 100 marks will make your phase 1 cutoff, and they will be derived from general awareness, economics and social issues, agriculture and rural development. So these are the three areas from which your phase 1 cutoff will be derived. Now what about the other 5 areas? The other 5 areas, which includes reasoning, English, computer knowledge, quants and decision making, these are part of your non-merit section, which means that marks that you are going to score in these 5 subjects, they will not be included to calculate your phase 1 cutoff, right? So your phase 1 cutoff marks will not include the non-merit section marks. For these 5 areas you only have to clear the sectional cutoff. They will not be counted in the overall cutoff, and this is where NABARD becomes a blessing. Now those of you who struggle with quant, reasoning and English, this sectional cutoff, let me show you that what is the level of sectional cutoff, and then you will realize that how NABARD is a blessing for you. For example, if we have a look at reasoning, then in the last 4 years the highest cutoff for reasoning has been around 3.75 marks out of 20. Similarly, in quantitative aptitude, if you see, the highest cutoff has been 5 marks out of 20. Now even if you are someone who is weak in quantitative aptitude in reasoning, this much marks is something you can very easily score in these areas, and that is why NABARD is a blessing for you, given that you don't make this exam complicated and you don't start studying the non-merit section like any other banking exam. So what should be your strategy? What are the sources that you have to follow? Let's discuss about that one by one for each component. Talking about the syllabus of qualifying subject. So students, the syllabus, it has not been provided in our notification. So this syllabus, it has been derived by analyzing the previous year questions. Now if you have a look at the quantitative aptitude syllabus, you will realize that it is similar to what is being asked in the other banking exams. It includes topics like percentage, profit and loss, ratio and proportion, simplification, simple interest and compound interest, time and work. So all those regular topics are being asked here. And if you have a look at the kind of questions also, the questions are also very basic. For example, this question that Nishan saves 60% of his income if his saving is decreased by 32% while his expenditure is increased by 24%, then find the percentage increase or decrease in his monthly income. So such kind of basic level of questions are asked here, for which you will require a basic understanding and a lot of practice, right? So this is what is required to clear this exam. Now what should be your strategy, how you should prepare. But before we start preparing and before we start having a strategy, it is very important that for each component of your non-merit section, you have a target score. Like what should be your target score, how much effort you have to put, because as I have told you here, your target is only to clear the sectional cutoff, right? So you have to aim only that much. Now if I talk about the quantitative aptitude, so the highest cutoff has been 5 marks. Looking at this highest cutoff, your target score should be around 7 to 8 marks. This is what you have to aim for, this is what you have to prepare for, this is what you have to strategize for, right? Now how are you going to prepare for these 7 to 8 marks? So the first step is that target around 7 to 8 questions with 100% accuracy. You need not to prepare for that entire list of topics, you have not to prepare for the entire syllabus of the quantitative aptitude. That is not required, you just have to answer 7 to 8 questions with 100% accuracy. And for this, prepare just the most important topics. Now what are these most important topics? So here is the list: data interpretation, quadratic equation, simplification and approximation, percentage, profit and loss, interest, time and works, number series, time, speed, distance. These are the most important topics as far as your quantitative aptitude syllabus is concerned. After that, follow the right source to prepare for these areas. Now what could be that right source? So if you are someone who's preparing on his or her own, who's doing self study, then you can use this book, Quantitative Aptitude for Competitive Exams by Dr. R.S. Agarwal. It is a very good book, you can refer to this book. Once you have studied the topics from this particular book, the next step that you have to do is to do a time bound practice. Practice enough to make sure that the 7 to 8 topics that you have prepared, you are achieving a near 100% accuracy. Basic to advanced, all sort of concepts should be clear to you for those topics. No matter what level of question is being asked, prepare only those topics, but prepare them in a good enough manner that you are able to answer any sort of question, right? So this is the strategy that you have to follow for the quants. Now let's move towards the reasoning part. If we look at the reasoning, again the syllabus looks very much similar to what it is for the other banking exams. It includes alphabetical and alphanumeric series, coding, decoding, syllogism, direction sense, inequality, ranking, blood relation, sitting arrangement, puzzles. And if you have a look at the questions also, the questions also look very much similar. Like this is the puzzles question, here is the syllogism question. So similar kind of questions are being asked here. Now, first of all, let's set a target score for the reasoning. If I talk about reasoning, and if you have a look here, the highest cutoff has been 3.75 marks. If we approximate it to 4, your target score comes out to be around 6 to 7 marks. This is the target score that you have to keep in mind for the reasoning part. And again, coming to the strategy, first of all, you have to target only 6 to 7 questions, and for that 6 to 7 topics with 100% accuracy. And again, prepare the most important topics. What is going to be the list of most important topics here? So here is the list. It includes alphanumeric series, coding, decoding, syllogism, ranking and orders, blood relations, sitting arrangements and puzzles. What should be the right source for reasoning? So the right source is The Modern Approach to Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning by Dr. R.S. Agarwal. You can follow this book. And again, the last step that you have to do is enough practice. Practice all these topics in a good enough manner so that you are going to achieve a near 100% accuracy. So this is the strategy that you have to follow for reasoning. Coming to the next part, that is the English. Now in the English, questions are based on reading comprehension, sentence rearrangements, vocabulary, error detections. And if you have a look here again, like move the needle, what does this sentence here mean? Each sentence is divided into 5 parts. Identify the part containing the error. So the basic kind of competitive exam questions that you see in other banking exams, other competitive exams, such kind of questions are asked here. Now, if we have a look at the cutoff on the basis of which we have to decide the target score. So the highest cutoff has been 12.5 marks, which approximates up to 13 marks, right? Now your target score should be around 15 to 17 marks. This is the target score that you have to aim for. And for this part, first of all, target around 15 to 17 questions with 100% accuracy. You have to like stop preparing the grammar as such. Rather, you can do the most important topics here. You can do a lot of vocabulary here, and you can do a lot of mock test here to get a good hold on the concepts. And for that, you can follow the right source, which is the Objective General English by SP Bakshi. It is a Arihant publication book. Now, coming to the next part of our qualifying subject, it includes the two areas, decision making and computer knowledge. Now, decision making, it includes topics like basics of decision making, types of decision making models, approaches, factors affecting decision making, and types of problems in decision making. Students, if you have a look at the previous year questions from the decision making, you will realize that the questions are both conceptual in knowledge, as well as there are going to be certain questions which are simply based on the common sense. For example, if you have a look at this question, which of the following is a quality of a leader with a high degree of emotional intelligence? This is a common sense based question. And similarly, decision to enter a new market despite being profitable in the current market is an example of which type of decision, right? So these are the kind of questions that are being asked here. So for decision making, a lot of questions you will be able to solve, at least as many questions to make you able to clear your sectional cutoff. You will be able to solve through your common sense as well. But to be on the safer side, it is better to have some conceptual understanding as well. Similarly, if we have a look at the computer knowledge. So for computer knowledge, the topics, it includes computer awareness, hardware and memory, software and operating systems, MS Office, database management system, internet and computer security, history and computer generations, and shortcuts. And if you have a look at the questions here, so the questions are in Excel, the symbol dollar in a cell reference indicates what? Similarly, which of the following is a temporary memory used to store data during processing? Which protocol is used for sending email from one mail server to another? So students, again, the questions are basic, but yes, they do require a lot of subject knowledge here. If you have not prepared the computer knowledge ever before in your life for any other exam, it will be difficult for you to tackle these questions. Now, what could be our strategy? Before moving to the strategy, let us decide the target score for computer knowledge and decision making also. For computer knowledge, your target score should be, if we have a look at the previous year questions, the highest cutoff has been around 6 marks. So on the basis of that, your target score here should be around 8 to 10 marks. And in the decision making, if you see, the highest cutoff has been 2 marks. So on the basis of this, your target score should be around 4 to 5 marks out of 10. So these are the target scores that you have to achieve. Now, what is the strategy that you can follow? Again, target 5 to 6 questions, not 5 to 6 questions in computer knowledge also. Here your number of questions should be 8 to 10 for computer, and around 5 to 6 questions in decision making with 100% accuracy. And here you have to prepare the most important topics. For computer awareness, here is the list of most important topics, and for decision making, here is a list of most important topics. Majorly, students, if we analyze the previous year question, the entire syllabus becomes important. There is no fixed pattern as to from which topics these questions are being asked from. Generally, they are asked from all the topics, like NABARD asks questions from one topic in one year and another topic in another year. So it is better to prepare the entire syllabus. The syllabus for computer and decision making, it is not very huge, so you can prepare the entire syllabus here. Again, coming to the next important part, which is following the right source. So the source for computer awareness can be this book, Computer Awareness by Arihant publication. And for decision making, you can follow the book Principles and Practices of Management by T.N. Chabda. But remember students, this book, it is written for the management part and not the decision making per se. So please be very critical in referring to this book. Please be very selective about the topics, and this is where this list of topics, it becomes very handy for you. It is going to be very helpful for you. Next, student, you have to do is a lot of practice. Now, if I have to summarize the entire thing, students, so first of all, have a target score on the basis of your previous year cutoffs. Find out the most important topics. I have already provided you the list. Learn the concept. Again, here I have provided you the sources, and then you have to practice a lot using the previous year questions. Having seen the complete strategy for the non-merit section, now let's move towards the last part of our video, which is the study plan. That if you have not studied anything for the non-merit section till now, what you can do for the upcoming months. So students, it will take around 3 months and on a daily basis around 2 to 3 hours to prepare for the non-merit section. Here, give 25 days to quantitative aptitude. Like this video, it is live on 1st of April. So from 1st of April to 25th of April, you can prepare for the quantitative aptitude, and here again prepare just the important topics, right? Then from 26th of April to 15th of May, prepare the reasoning. Again, it will require around your 25 days to prepare for the reasoning, the most important topics. For the English language, again, you have to give the time around 25 days. 25 odd days. So from 16th May to 10th of June, you can give your time to the English language. Once all these three areas are completed, then you can give your time to computer knowledge and decision making. And combine these two areas will not take more than, or should not take more than 20 days, right? So that is how you can prepare. And in the upcoming 3 months, in exactly 3 months, you will be well versed with your entire non-merit section part, right? So that is how you can approach this exam, and that is how you can approach the non-merit section of your phase 1. So I hope students this video was helpful. I'm going to end this session now, but before I do that, again I want to make the announcement that currently we are running a flat 77% off on all our NABARD Grade A and the other regulatory body courses on the old fees, and we are going to hike the price by up to 30% from 4th of April. So if you are a serious aspirant, if you want to enroll in our courses, this is the best time to enroll here, and I'll request you that if you want to, then please back the opportunity. On that note, students, let me show you that what are the courses which are available on our website for the NABARD Grade A examination. So students, first of all, we have the NABARD Grade A Gold course. As part of this course, you are going to get a complete mentorship for your phase 1, phase 2 and the interview part, which includes the live classes, recorded classes, concept class, notes, summary sheets for revision, descriptive model question and answers. Similarly, we have the silver course, and as part of this you are going to get the mentorship for phase 2 and the interview part. And if you're preparing through self-study, then you can enroll in our phase 1 and phase 2 test series, especially for the non-merit section. This is going to be absolutely helpful for you. So students, these are the courses that are currently available on our website. On that note, I'm ending this session here. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the very best.